What's up my friends, and welcome back to your daily dose of Fortnite here in the Happy Power channel. In today's video I have for you guys the Season 4 storyline thus far, as well as showcase for you guys the possibility of the actual Blockbuster skin. So with all that being said, let's get right into today's video. Alright guys, so welcome back and let's hop right into the information. So in this video I want to include every single storyline, Blockbuster information and so much more to hopefully give you guys a full storyline of every single thing that's going to be happening and has happened in Fortnite Battle Royale thus far. So Season 4's theme is basically based upon heroes, villains, and of course a massive movie. For those guys who don't know, Season 4 was actually supposed to be superheroes at first, but now it appears to be one massive fake, and it's actually one massive movie. I personally believe by the end of Season 4, we're going to see all the Blockbuster scenes come together and create one massive movie for us to watch. So if we take a look at the very first Blockbuster loading screen, it basically says this: "Quiet on the set, the monster of moisty. Season 23, take 31. Director's notes, it was finally puckering up when it all came crashing down." So this was kind of like the major hint that, okay, this season is going to be taking a different turn. At first we thought it was just going to be superheroes, but of course we can definitely see it's entirely a movie set. And every single scene almost features a movie set or director's notes. Now something really important is that background video. We can actually see a meteorite which appears to be hitting the actual jail, and that's where Omega is actually going to be located. So look at the second Blockbuster, it says, "At last I am free. I will reclaim my power, I will gather my allies, I will have my vengeance." So pretty much while they're making the movie, a massive plot is going to be taking place. Now it might be part of the movie and it might not. It's a little confusing and I'll explain to you guys why as we're going through the video. But so far we've seen the start of it, and of course we've seen another plot happening, which is basically Omega breaking out of jail thanks to a meteorite, which was completely at random, but of course good for the movie. So moving on to number 3, we go back to the actual superhero theme, which is extremely confusing, but at the same time, okay, it might be a movie. So the entire plot takes a different turn. We can definitely see that the Carbine as well as the superheroes are looking over what appears to be a hologram of Omega currently in jail or breaking out of jail. And that just collaborates with the second loading screen, which is basically him saying, "I'm gonna get my revenge because whoever put me in here, I'm gonna get my revenge with the people that put me in here," which is pretty straightforward. But it definitely takes a weird turn because we thought it was supposed to be a movie theater set, and we also thought it's going to be some sort of superhero theme. But they're kind of collaborating together to bring one massive plot, and it's really confusing to explain, but I'm trying to do my best for you guys. So moving forward, we have the fourth loading screen, which is going to be Retribution. "I will overpower, I will prevail, I will regime." So basically the Omega just made a brand new army basically to attack the superheroes who put them actually in there. Now we can definitely tell he is currently in his lair with that massive rocket. Now I'm not going to push any farther as far as the space rocket stuff like that. I'll talk about that towards the end of the video when I actually get to that, but this part right here is actually very important. So moving on to the fifth loading screen, we have the showdown, where basically it appears to be a massive superhero war between Carbine as well as the Omega. So it says showdown, and the ultimate battle between good and evil, who will prevail? Okay, so Alpha and Carbine go at it in tilted towers, and of course we can see a whole bunch of stuff being destroyed, helicopters flying down, and etc. So of course number 4 totally makes sense. He built an army of villains to actually attack the superheroes who originally put Omega in jail. So now that he is out, he wants to attack the superheroes. So now if we look at the Blockbuster number 6 loading screen, which is completely leaked, it says, "That's a wrap." Description, director's notes, "What a crazy shoot. Those meteorites that crashed down sure gave us a lot of extra free production value. Glad we survived it though." And the plot thickens, so it goes back to the actual movie theater set. So it's actually extremely confusing. It's like they're trying to make a movie, but at the same time something else major is happening and they're not really sure what's happening, but is great for production value and of course great for making the movie even better. So as far as the entire storyline goes, it's very confusing. It keeps going back and forth between a movie and the same time as a superhero theme. Now as far as them collaborating together, obviously it's actually happening thanks to this photo that just got leaked of the week 6 Blockbuster. So we can definitely see they're having a great time between the villains and the superheroes are pretty much just having tea and pretty much making a brand new set located outside of his lair. So the plot is insanely weird and insanely hard to explain, but thus far this is what we have so far. So between the entire 6 weeks that we still have in the game currently, it seems to be they're trying to make a movie, but at the same time something crazy is happening and they're just simply going along with it. So I think in the week 7 we're going to see the actual Blockbuster begin to the game, and I think it's going to be either the director or some other brand new character, or maybe even what's actually going on with this entire plot of the story. I think the movie itself is basically just a movie, and I think it's just going along with the actual storyline as to what's happening in the background. You see, what's happening in the map is totally different than what's happening in their movie sets and their movies. All the characters are currently actors, but what's happening in the background video is completely legit and I'm not exactly sure what's happening, but like I said, it's great for production value and they mentioned this multiple times. So I think the Blockbuster itself is going to be an actual monster or something that's insane that came from space, and it might even be in that meteorite. Now, there's tons of speculations around this, and I think the Blockbuster skit for me personally, it's either the director of the movie or it's going to be whatever's actually making all this stuff happen while the movie sets are going on in the background. Now for the rest of the video, I'm going to add some key notes and some hints that actually point towards the theory of today's video actually being correct. So located currently in the map, we have a bunch of posters of the Carbine as well as the Omega, which basically looks like promotion posters for of course their upcoming movie, which is going to take place at the end of season 4. They're pretty much trying to hype up their movie by putting posters of the characters or the main characters all around the map to hype it up. Now at the same time of them doing this, the map is constantly changing and it seems to be like the government or something in the game is trying to take care of something at the same time. But also the director of this movie is catching on to this and saying, okay, this is going to be awesome for production. Let's just go along with it basically. Now we could be reaching at this point, but I think that the movie line is itself. I think that's pretty much just going to be a movie. But at the same time, the government or somebody else is trying to handle a massive situation that's going around the map. And I think the Blockbuster skin is either going to go with the movie or it's going to go with the actual what's happening with the government or of course around the map of Fortnite. Because they mentioned multiple times that the meteorite is not part of the movie. If you go back to number 1, everyone looks completely surprised while they're actually making this movie. And if you go back to number 6, once again the director notes that it's insane. The shoot is completely insane because meteorites are now crashing down everywhere and it's great for the movie. So obviously these two are not going together. The season 4 storyline is featuring a movie, but at the same time the movie is also accidentally featuring what's happening with the world of Fortnite. Now I don't want to make this video too much longer, so I'm curious to see what you guys think about this down below. Now if you guys want to see an updated video after this one, which basically is to talk about the other side of the storyline, which is not going to be the movie, but the actual focus on the government or what's happening with the map of Fortnite, let me know and I'll definitely update you guys in the next video down below. So make sure you guys leave your comments down below as to what you guys want to see in the next upload, or if you guys want to see a part 2 of this particular video. Thank you guys so much for watching the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Stay happy, my friends.
I need an angel after what you did, 'cause you were the devil.